Hello subscribers, in today's video we will be answering the question, why was El Clásico postponed? Let's get into it. But before we can understand why this happened, first we have to take a look back into 2017 when the Catalan separatist movement held a referendum to secede from Spain. I had a lot of fun researching and learning about Spain's history, so I hope you all enjoy. Catalan Parliament held a referendum on independence on October the 1st of 2017, which the Madrid government had already declared illegal. Spain's semi-militarized police force was sent in to stop people from voting, which was viewed as heavy-handed tactics and was not exactly applauded by fellow countries in Spain. And needless to say, this most certainly just gave the separatists more reason to fight for independence. So why exactly are the Catalans fighting for secession from Spain? Were they independent before? Well, no, but they have always been fiercely proud of their distinct language and cultural heritage. Catalonia has always seen itself as separate from the rest of Spain and has historically had its own regional government. But then in 1931, when Spain was declared a republic, a civil war broke out, which eventually led to General Francisco Franco coming to power. And for those of you who don't recognize the name, this dude wasn't exactly what you would call friendly. He seized control of Barcelona in 1939 and made sure to quiet anybody who would question his authority, which, as I'm sure most of you history buffs know, usually means silencing opposing political leaders. Permanently. For decades, the Catalans suffered under his harsh rule, and it wasn't only because he suppressed opposing political parties, but he also suppressed their language and culture, which, as we had mentioned prior, is something they take great pride in. And their regional government wasn't established again until 1979, 4 years after Franco's death. And while this terrible time under Franco is used as a rallying cry by pro-independence leaders, economics is the modern reason for the call nowadays. Earlier this decade, Spain was one of 4 countries who were drowning in debt and had to go to the European Union for a loan to help them stay afloat financially. This was greatly frustrating to the region of Catalonia, largely because this part of the country is the wealthiest in Spain. In fact, Madrid could lose 20% of its GDP if the richest region in Spain were to secede. Many Catalans feel they are paying higher taxes and that the rest of Spain are not pulling their own weight. So just for a quick recap, the Catalans have been suppressed in the past. There's a ton of economic disparity between the two, and the cherry on top is that the Catalans feel like they have nothing in common with the people of Madrid or the rest of Spain for that matter. So yeah, you can kind of see why they want out. However, the government in Spain does not, and earlier this month, 9 out of the 12 leaders of the referendum back in 2017 were sentenced to a range of 9 to 11 years in prison. And to absolutely no one's surprise, the people of Catalonia were not happy with this decision. The aftermath of this resulted in riots and thousands, if not tens of thousands, of people protesting in Barcelona and other areas of Catalonia. And with El Clásico only 2 weeks away from the time of this political tension, it certainly created a dangerous and high-risk situation for the match. El Clásico is already the most politically charged match in club football, with chants for independence in the 17th minute and 14 seconds of games, in remembrance of 1714 when Catalonia lost the War of Succession and thus became a part of Spain. So is this just a way of the Spanish nationalists to avoid giving the people of Catalonia a stage to vent their frustration to the world? Or perhaps avoiding giving them a platform so that they can tell the world about all of the injustices that they have been going through? I for one can't say for certainty, I'm just presenting the facts and the news to you, but I'm gonna let you decide. The main concern for why El Clásico was postponed is cited as safety concerns, due to a demonstration that had been called for on the day of El Clásico, which originally was going to be on October the 26th. Roads were to be blocked, and police were going to be heavily needed in order to keep the peace in the area, as protests were planned throughout the day. The teams, the city, and above all else, the fans would be at risk, and potentially would be unsafe in the area. So their main reason for postponing the match was stating, why risk the great name of Spanish football to all of the tourists from around the world? The league had originally wanted to switch the location of the first Clásico to the Santiago Bernabéu. The league's request was sent on to the federation, who put it in the hands of the competition committee. The committee, made up of 3 people, one from the league, one from the federation, and one independent, rejected the switch idea, but definitely did not want the game to be played at the Camp Nou so soon after political tension was so high. In the end, it was decided to postpone the match until December the 18th, on a Wednesday later this year. And thus, we have circled back to present day. I hope you learned why El Clásico was postponed and learned from Spain's history and how it affects the great league that we love today. And just a reminder that our giveaway is still live right now. I'm going to leave a link in the comments below so that it'll take you straight to that video. We are giving away a free jersey of your favorite team in La Liga, so don't miss out on that. Subscribe if you haven't already to never miss out on our weekly football videos. The winner of the giveaway is going to be announced in the video on November the 1st, so follow us at VCFootball3 on Twitter, as if you're the winner, that's where you're going to claim your prize. I will catch you in the next one as always. Peace.